Welcome to the Road to Freedom, my first Ultimate Ironman account. Inspired by region-locked accounts, I wanted to take my own adaptation on unlocking the world of Gielinor. We'll be traveling through the different regions with a number of milestones in place to advance to the next place on our journey. Starting out in Mistlin, we'll be working towards each raid, fully unlocking Gielinor, one kingdom at a time. Welcome to the Road to Freedom, everybody. This is the first episode. I'm super excited. I've been thinking about this account a long time, doing an Ultimate Ironman, doing something that's region locked, and doing something that's just a bit out of the norm, out of the comfort zone. We're going to be starting in Mistlin here. I got the map up, and I'm too excited. I can't wait anymore, so let's get started. First things first, I got to run over here. We're going to get some of the runes from the magic tutor here. Definitely the best way to just start that magic XP early on the account here. Going to be getting those as often as I can. A couple things to go into, I guess, about the video, about the account, just the way that we're going to be doing things. Obviously, we're going to be an Ultimate Ironman. It's my first attempt at an Ultimate Ironman. I've been playing RuneScape probably since I was really young and then didn't play it for maybe 10 years. Came back to it, did a couple attempts at an Ironman, followed a couple guides, did the same thing over and over again. Didn't really find my flow, kind of always dropped it off, whether it was school, work, something else. But I'm really excited to be getting into this account and just be starting on this new project. For this account, we're going to be starting in the Kingdom of Mistlin, and we're going to be going through a couple milestones before we're able to get out, before we're able to head over to the Kingdom of Asgarnia. Some of those things, we're going to be doing no membership on the account. I'm going to be stuck here as a free-to-play player, just limited to my resources in terms of what I'm able to use, what I'm not able to use. I'm looking for 250 total level between all the skills that I'm going to have access to. So I'm going to have to start out training my combat here, trying to get my boots on the ground, just trying to get a feel for what it is that we're going to be doing. And I've never had an overhead prayer before. So one of my goals before I'm able to leave Mistlin is I'm looking to get 37 prayer level so that I can have my first overhead prayer in my entire life. So let's get started with having those boots on the ground. Maybe I'm making a pretty bold assumption here, just assuming that everybody knows what I'm talking about in terms of Ultimate Ironman, but let's go into it and explain that a little bit. Much like standard Ironman rules, there's not going to be any working with other players in terms of getting items traded to me, getting items dropped for me. For example, I can't pick up the loot from other players, all the bones and chickens that this person here has left behind. I'm not able to pick those up and use those as prayer XP. I'm not going to have access to the Grand Exchange. So I'm not going to be able to purchase, unique quest items. I'm going to have to go out of my way, look for them through drops, things like that. And most importantly, for an Ultimate Ironman, you remove your access to banks. So basically, the only thing that I'm going to be able to use my bank for is to unnote items when I have them noted. That's all that Ultimate Ironmans can do. There's going to be no bank storage. Only source of storage I'm going to have are things like costume rooms and like the player-owned house and things like that. On top of those restrictions, I am adding one little one that's a bit more unique for my situation here, especially while I'm here in the Kingdom of Mistlin, and we just missed a strength level. First level on the Ultimate Ironman, strength level 2. First level on the account, skipped right over it, fighting with a chicken. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of that's going on. But what I was saying is, as long as I'm in Mistlin and Asgarnia, as long as I'm a free-to-play player, I'm not going to allow myself any access to the stores. There's going to be no shops. I'm practically going to be living off the land. I'm going to be living off the drops that the NPCs have for me. Armor, gear, food, resources. I'm banning shops from my gameplay until I'm able to get out of here as a free-to-play player. So I've got to make sure that I'm picking up all the bones that I can. I got to make sure that I'm getting all the XP that I can to make sure that I hit those goals. Make sure I bang out the free-to-play quest line. And I got to watch for people like this. You got to rune Scimitar. What are you doing fighting these chickens? I'd like to give credit where credit is due and express some of the inspiration behind the content I'm looking to put out here. I've absorbed a lot of YouTube content. I mean, what else is there for a university student to do while multitasking assignments? I've watched Extra Keen's Deserted series. I've seen him doing his own iteration of unlocking an Ultimate Ironman. I've watched through Wild Muckip's Group Ironman series. Yep, there's level 3 strength here. Just missed it. Just went right over it. I told you that's going to be happening a lot. And definitely my biggest source of inspiration behind getting involved in this project has been Settled's content. From Swampletics to all his other projects, he's just been an inspiration for me to make the project happen and take those steps to not just talk about it, but put something out there. The unique problem solving of it all is what appeals to me. I love the idea of looking at the game through the lens of a puzzle, figuring out what unique approaches you have to take to get something that may seem really simple done. Some exceptions that come to my mind when I think about this series, because hey, what is a Ultimate Iron Man region related series without some exceptions? They include leaving Mistlin or Asgarnia for a quick amount of time to get the free to play questline done, and nothing's going to make me feel dirtier than buying that bottle of Karamjan rum for the pirate treasure quest. Aside from those two things, nothing else has come up in terms of breaking my rule set, and I'm looking to make as little exceptions as possible. I've been doing a lot of research to see what my best equipment's going to look like on this account, especially when I'm locked to the free to play regions without access to shops. I've got some plans for the account, for where I'm headed. I'm excited to bring those to light in due time. For now, in the meantime, I'm just going to be focusing on burying these bones, training up my combat on these chickens. There's nothing more satisfying than seeing those early levels come in as fast as they do. And honestly, there's something nostalgic about sitting around fighting chickens in this farm. It feels like I've gone back to 2008. Got the first random event on the account. Let's go, dude. Get to start it off nice and easy. Just going to take out a pheasant here. Going to take out this guy right here. And we're going to go hand that to the Freaky Forester. Alright, now let's get out of here and see what he's going to hand us. Hey, we're starting off with the lederhosen shorts. Let's go. This is going to be the first wearable piece of literally anything that is going to be on the account. So we've got to celebrate. Now I get to take my first step as a fashion icon. Just a man in his lederhosen shorts fighting some chickens. We got a strength level here. Strength level 4 on the Ultimate Ironman. And if we take a look, hey, that's going to increase our max hit on these chickens, so that'll feel good. We got a beginner clue scroll here. First scroll on the account. Let's keep in mind, with this clue scroll, we're limited to the Kingdom of Mistlin. These beginner clues can take us to quite a few places, many of which I'm actually not going to be able to go to. Without access to shops, beginner clue scrolls are going to be a huge part of unlocking equipment and resources on the account. So I've got to take any chance that I can to get these done and get those reward caskets. So let's take a look and see where this is going to be. And, Falador, bro? Really? Falador? First clue scroll on the account, it's a Falador step. Man, that sucks. You win some and you lose some. I'm not looking to get discouraged. Let's just keep the strength training going. I've been stacking up all these bones. Definitely been enjoying that max hit 2 that I got not too long ago. I feel like I'm really seeing the bone drops a lot more. I feel like I'm seeing the kills just kind of fly by. And there we go. We got level 5 strength. I feel like these max hits are really making the training fly by. So, it feels good. Halfway to that level 10 goal that I'm going for. Let's just keep this momentum going. Now, we stated one of my goals for getting out of the Kingdom of Mistlin is that I'm trying to get a total level of 250. And I'm going through my plans of attack for what skills I'm going to be training, how it is that I'm going to be training them, and just kind of my plans for the immediate future. Hey, got another clue scroll. Nice. Kicking these chickens around, some gear from the combat tutor sounded nice. But if I'm not going to be using shops, I feel like I can't really use the combat gear that's provided. And if that's the case, I probably shouldn't use the runes from the magic tutor either. So, long story short, these materials are going to be getting dropped. If I can't use combat gear, I probably shouldn't use magic gear, ranged, or wood either. Now that we got the materials dropped, I swapped my arrow ammunition settings with the range tutor so I could automatically equip the arrows, probably saving myself thousands of clicks over the life of the account, and that's always nice. Checking out this clue scroll, and it's next to the Varrock Mines, which is amazing news because this is a clue scroll that I can actually do. I'm going to hold on to this clue scroll while I finish up my combat training here. I don't want to overextend early on. I also need to figure out where I'm going to be getting a spade because I can't just use the general store. I'm going to be juggling it on the floor here while I'm training, just in case the chickens decide to bless me with another one. Maybe I can get a Han step or a cook step, just something closer to make the chances of my first casket easier. I'm going to be burying all these bones here, racking up all that prayer XP that I can, and my goodness, let me tell you how exciting it is. This is going to be the first prayer level on the Ultimate Ironman, so we're already honing in on that level 37. We've just got a few thousand more bones to go. First hit point level on the account. Okay, there we go. All publicity is good publicity, and any progress is a win in my book. Let's do a speed run here. We got level 7 strength, followed up by a quick level 8. Pausing really quick the strength training here to show off prayer level 3. Nothing feels better than a prayer level in this challenge, trust me. Make that a quick level 9. And stopping one more time, just getting level 4 prayer here, clicking through the bones, rushing right past it. And looking at the inventory here, I mean, if you're an experienced RuneScape player, even if you're not, you might have an idea of what's going on here, but what you may not know is level 10 strength right there for the ultimate Ironman, getting those early goals achieved. Yeah, man, don't worry about it. I'm not mad at all that I can't go to the party. Definitely not mad. No, not at all. No way, not me. But hey, first quest on the ultimate Ironman complete, and you know what that means. It means it's the end of the first episode. If you made it this far, I want to say a huge thank you for making it to the end. This project has been something that I've been looking forward to for months now, and I'm extremely excited to get the boots on the ground and get into the grind. I have a lot of plans in store for the future of this account, so you don't miss out on any of the episodes and updates. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and again, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.